Hi, my name is Zianda Majumbozi, and I have an honors in social anthropology, a bachelor's degree in social anthropology, sociology, and gender studies, and I'm in the process of completing my master's in practical anthropology. So, things that I'm interested in, or the research area that I'm interested in, is around health issues and people. So I'm currently working on children and mothers and what mothers' ideas are around illness and health and what they think sustains life for their infants. And I'm hoping to go all the way through to my PhD, continue working on nutrition and um, life, basically, for infants and people, and how people really just deal with the day-to-day issues around health and illness and how to maintain life. And I was born and raised in a township in Cape Town called Kailicha, by a mom who was a domestic worker, a single mom. And I have 7 siblings, so yeah, it's been nice. And I went to school in Site B for my primary education in Sobambisana Primary School. And then for my high school life, I went to Tembelihle, which is also a township school in Town 2. So obviously, as many might know, living in a township and also going to a township school, it might not be easy. There's always issues with resources at home and at school. So one needs a lot of passion to be able to stay out of trouble and to continue the journey regardless of the circumstances. So for me, my mom played a big role in just making me understand that despite these circumstances, you can make it. And she instilled this belief in God in us from a very young age that, with God, nothing is impossible. So you will make it. And also supportive teachers at school who were into it because they're passionate about teaching. And so they're just like, you will go to university and everything is going to be okay. Just study hard. So having those kinds of people in my life really made the big difference. So in terms of role models, my mom is the biggest role model, obviously, because that's where I learned about strength. That's where I learned about resilience, and I think those are very important qualities for one to have. So being a single parent and just making it happen for us taught me a lot about life and made me the person that I am, and that made a big difference in how I approached life and how I approached my education. Always just knowing that it's gonna be okay. And also, Miss Flamela, who was like teaching in a bed school. But she was always trying to get us involved in these programs, debating programs, tutoring positions, programs, and those kinds of things. So, you could see that there was someone trying, which was really helpful for the high school career. And I think in university, my mentor, Helen McDonald, a person who realized that there was potential there and who wanted to make it happen for me as well, was always just like, here's a research position, here is a tutoring position. Here's a PhD program in that place, here's funding there. A person was always just like, I have a feeling you can do this and I want you to be able to do this because you can. So those people made a big difference and are role models, so to speak, because they make me want to do that for others as well. My vision for the Braids is to see it growing, to have more young women from around the world, and not just young South African women as it currently is, and just to see our girls in the Braids also doing this, so getting involved in the project as well at some point, or creating their own initiatives that are about empowering other young women, other young Black women. And why do I think this is an important thing? I think for myself as well, I guess, being a product of mentorship and being a product of people who saw potential in me and thought that that's something to work towards. I think it's just really important to do that kind of thing for someone else, because I've seen the role of these kinds of projects in my life and what it has inspired me to do. And so I think it's really important for everyone out there to have that one person who sees the potential and who's willing to work towards making something out of that person's life. And I guess my message and my last words to everyone is really that, you know, if you put your heart in it and you pray about it, nothing is impossible. Because I think a lot of times, you know, even if it's just about the project, is it going to succeed? Is it, you know, going to work out? And for the people involved in it as well, are we really doing something meaningful here? And I think the most important thing to understand is that you're definitely making a difference somewhere, somehow. And it's important to always try, and that it's not impossible. It's doable.
No malanga